Hello, Imagine Math admins and teachers. I'm happy to be here with you today and share that we have some new additions to Imagine Math surrounding journaling. We have two new journal types that I'm going to highlight for you today. As we all know, math journaling is very important for students. It helps them to reflect and helps them to cement the learning that they're gaining as they're working through the lessons on Imagine Math. And learning to write about math is a skill, and it's something that takes practice and development. So having students write in their journal every time they work on Imagine Math really instills that practice for them so that they can gain this skill of being able to write about math. You can find the journals in your Imagine Math portfolio or by logging in and clicking on Help, and then these math resources. If you click on Show Resources, it'll scroll this down. There are a lot of useful resources here, including parent letters home, helping to explain how they can log on from home. There's also the new performance tasks. If you haven't seen these, I highly recommend you dive in and explore them. There's some great offline lessons for project-based learning about real-world math. But right now I want to show you these new journaling plans that we have. So we have a full journal lesson plan here, and then we have the normal graphic organizer that you may have already seen in Imagine Math, but we've added two new ones, the problem solving reflection, as well as the end of lesson organizer. I have these pulled up already, so I'm going to show these for you and highlight this. This is the usual journal that we've had in Imagine Math for a couple of years already. It encourages students to write down the helps that they used while exploring Imagine Math, show their work, and then also to think and show what they learned. I have an example as well here that shows what a student might write as they're working through this. So they drew out the diagram that they found in Help 1 and Help 2, and then they showed their work here. And then in thinking, they wrote down organizer that really helps them to understand this concept. Next, we have the end of lesson organizer. This is set up similarly to the guided lesson organizer, but it has different, more reflective questions for students. It has them think about major words and phrases, important math words that were used throughout the lesson that the students will write here. It has them think about the problem-solving strategies they had to use in order to answer this question. In growth, they write down something that they learned while working on this lesson, and then in continued learning, they write about something questions that they still have, something that they need to work on or master a little more fluidly. Here's an example of this end of lesson organizer as well. These are all also linked in this email that I've sent out to you, so they're right there on the side. I recommend using these examples to show students so that they get an idea of what they should be writing in their journal and model that for them the first time so that they're not confused as they work on it for the first time. Last, we have the problem-solving reflection. And so this is more of a reflective process where the student writes down the problem-solving strategy that they're working on and what they did to be able to solve that. This is an example of that journal here too. I highly recommend that you use these journals and encourage your students to use them. You can use either the PDFs that we have there in the Math Helps or on the side here to be able to print those out for your students, or print out one copy of each for your students and then have a journal or a notebook that they can make those quadrants in and answer those journal questions in their own portfolio that they can keep over time. This allows them to reflect, and it also helps you as a teacher to be able to quickly see how engaged your students are and the amount of learning that they're gaining as they're writing out their answers and writing out their ideas and thoughts and what they're learning. Thank you so much for being an Imagine Math partner with us. I'm here to support you. Please reach out if you have questions about journaling and have fun with it. Enjoy it. Thank you.